Let's review a payoff statement together. So this is a real payoff statement obtained from Wells Fargo. So basically, a payoff statement is akin to you walking into the bank and say, "Hey, I want to pay off my mortgage today. Exactly how much do I owe to pay off my loan in full?" Now, most people think the amount that it takes to pay off the loan in full is the amount of their unpaid principal balance shown on their last statement, and this is where the confusion sets in. So Wells Fargo, they faxed the payoff statement showing the amount. The date is January 5th, 2021. So the date is important because any payment made after the payoff statement date means the payoff's not going to incorporate those payments. So you would, in that case, you would either need to get a new payoff statement or that overage would be refunded to you after the refinance is completed. So in regards to the payoff statement, I think everyone understands that there's a unpaid principal balance. So in this case, that's 192,496. Okay, so that's the amount that is needed to pay off the unpaid principal balance. But where it can get a little confusing is this unpaid interest. So in this case, there's an unpaid interest amount of $638 that is needed to be paid. Now, the unpaid interest is dependent on a date. So this is as of 2/4/21. So basically, every day you have the mortgage, you owe someone interest. You either owe the existing lender interest and you have a per diem interest rate, or you owe the new lender interest. And the way that's settled is you'll prepay the interest, and that's shown on the closing disclosure. Where the biggest confusion stems is why is there unpaid interest? And the reason why is when you make your mortgage payment, you actually pay the interest in arrears. So let's say you make your March mortgage payment on March 1st. You actually paid the interest that accumulated during the month of February. So this is the opposite of when you pay rent. Usually, when someone's paying rent, they'll pay on March 1st, and they're paying in advance for the month of March. Not the case with mortgages. You're paying in arrears. And so when you close your refinance, let's say you close your refinance on March 15th, and you've made your March payment, but not your April payment, well, you're going to have 15 days of unpaid interest that's going to be owed to the existing servicer from March 1st to March 15th. And so that will be reflected as unpaid interest on the payoff statement. And this also explains why you go a month without a mortgage payment. So let's take that same example. March 15th is the disbursement date. You're going to owe 15 days of unpaid interest to the existing servicer. You're going to have the prepaid interest until the end of the month to the new lender. And then your first payment on the new loan isn't going to be due until May 1st. Why is that? Because when you pay May, you're actually paying for the interest that's accumulated during the month of April. So that explains a little bit about payoff statements, and I hope you found it helpful.